meu.
Abres esta, depois eu abro o próximo.
Tu abres o próximo.
Abro o
Diz
próximo.
isso ao 8. Ok, eu abro esta merda. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Bastercast. Woohoo! And all you people on Facebook, nice to see you. Welcome. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and just follow us, comment, leave everything you want. Send us an email. The email address is down below in the description. But please, for God's sake, be creative. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm Antonio. I'm a writer, actor, and film director, and I'm here with...
I'm Bruno.
And that's it. No, actually, Bruno is much more than just it.
I'm a film composer, audio engineer, and
No, just be honest this time, just for once.
I'm a pimp.
Okay, good.
Okay.
We got to the bottom of it, people. Good. Now we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Lovecraftian themes. Oh hell yeah! And this topic is being sponsored by no one. Okay. Actually, it's being sponsored by you, the listener. And no, actually, sir, shut up. No, actually, sir, I need to tell you that we're still scouting for sponsorships. So it's an ongoing project, and just for accuracy's sake. Yes, you mentioned accuracy before. Yes, thank you. You're quite welcome. Yeah. Okay. So, great way to lose my train of thought there. So we're not being sponsored, but we are here and alive. Thank you for asking. If anybody cares, yes. We are both hooked to IVs, and our nurse is on standby. She's looking at us from the glass. Hey, Elga. And I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm going to pass this on to Bruno because he's the one who's going to introduce stuff. Pardon the pun.
Okay, let's begin this. Today we're going to talk about...
Was this the most stupid way to start a show?
Yeah, it was. Sorry about the sound in the beginning.
Yeah.
We had some technical issues, but fuck that. So, onwards.
Onwards.
So, let's talk about Lovecraft cosmic horror.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite subgenres. Yeah.
So it's a very you-centered show, this one is.
Yeah, it is.
You egotistical maniac.
No, well, again, for me it's important that the protagonists are absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
And they realize that they have no capabilities or power to change anything in their situation. And that's one big aspect in Lovecraft.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some movies or series that are based not in Lovecraft, but in this cosmic horror thing, this theme.
Mm-hmm.
And one, for example, is The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing, definitely.
Do you know?
Yes.
The Apocalypse trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Stop me there.
Yeah, okay.
Ha ha ha.
It's The Thing, The Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness.
Madness, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
They all focus in the end of days.
Oh.
And they differ in some other things. But for example, The Thing, it has an alien being that takes the form of anything that ingests, and that causes panic and chaos
and
mayhem among all the guys in the... That's in the Arctic, or it's...
Yeah, it's in the Arctic.
In the Arctic. What do you think about the Thing? What's the best thing about The Thing for you?
The best thing about The Thing is isolation.
Isolation.
We always talk about isolation. Yeah. We love isolation. That's why we don't have many friends. Yeah.
So that's it.
In the basement here, it's very cozy. When I go outside, it's agoraphobia. No, I'm kidding. Yes, I like isolation, especially in horror, like you said. And that's one of the reasons why I think we both love Lovecraft is you love to see the hero in a situation that he cannot control. And it's like he's facing something that is so much more powerful than him, and he doesn't even know how he's going to survive. And you don't know where the horror is coming from because it can come from anywhere. Isolation has a tendency to be like that.
And you don't need
a happy ending.
Yeah.
No, the last time I had... Do you want to hear that? Sorry.
We don't need a happy ending. So,
no. Well, it depends on how much they charge, I guess.
Okay. For example, in Prince of Darkness, you have an evil green liquid that, if awoken, will lead to an apocalyptic ending. For sure.
So like,
did you see the movie?
like Coca-Cola gone bad?
But it's not green. Yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be green. Okay. No, I haven't. I did. What's it called? I don't know.
Prince of Darkness. It's really,
well, I've heard of Prince of Darkness.
really
but
cool movie.
I haven't watched it. I didn't even know it was about a liquid green goo.
Okay, but okay.
It is?
It is.
Wow.
It's
So it's like a...
not only yes, but
so
yeah.
The second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is kind of a spin-off of the Ooze. No, I'm
Prince
kidding.
of
Okay.
Darkness.
No, Prince of Darkness, no. But I love everything Lovecraft, so I'm going to check it out.
Isto são filmes do João Carpinteiro.
Yes, now, people, the translation.
These are all films by John Carpenter.
Yeah.
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Yes, John Carpenter. Carpenter's
that's what I said. Fuck.
I know.
The other one, In the Mouth of Madness, it's about the destruction of reality from the point of view of an insurance investigator. It's with Sam Neill,
Yeah.
I think. But he turns mad. There are the dimensional portals and
Just that
tentacle
description alone. It's the
Tentacle
disintegration
monsters
of reality from the point of view of an insurance investigator.
not the destruction of reality only, but it's you have to see the movie. Okay,
I have to see the movie.
Yeah,
The Mouth of Madness.
But
I've heard.
again, the tentacle monsters, the
all
portal dimension. Yes, it's all there. That's Lovecraft. That's the best part.
And if you like these Lovecraftian themes, I urge you, pay attention
to the audio tales. Yeah.
There's some Lovecraftian horror creeping into audio tales, and I'm gonna like it, and you're gonna like it, and we're all gonna like it, and we're gonna sing Kumbaya now. Okay, so
any movie?
The Mouth of Madness, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, well, I was kidding before. I was kind of joking around the idea, but I think it's a really good idea. So you see reality shifting or disintegrating from the point of view of someone that's just another guy, he's an insurance investigator. That's a really cool thing, and he has to investigate. Yeah. I don't know. It got my mind going, my imagination going. So here's something that I found in my Lovecraftian themed movies list, and it's also apparently one of his most famous short stories. And I have a lot of Lovecraftian short stories at home, but I'd never heard of Dagon.
Dagon, no, really?
No, not yeah. I haven't.
I pity you.
I know. For a lot of reasons, but this included. So IMDb has this to say: this is the best so far adaptation of a specific Lovecraft story based on the combination of Dagon and Shadow over Innsmouth. Stuart Gordon is an experienced Lovecraft adapter, but this is the best effort to date. Okay, I have to check it out.
Let me say just something about Stuart Gordon. I think he did 7 movies or something like that.
On Lovecraft?
On Lovecraft, but the budget isn't very high.
So it's like B series budget?
With more effort, maybe. And sometimes it's kind of cheesy, you know? But one thing I can tell about the guy is perhaps one of the only people in the world
adapting Lovecraft.
You know, that's terrible. I don't know why.
Well, maybe, I don't know, the reading side of me, the reader side of me says that that's a good thing, because if people like Lovecraft, they still have to go to the books. How many people do you think after watching Lord of the Rings are going to read Lord of the Rings?
Yeah,
so the reader side of me says, but you know, the movie lover side of me wants to be involved in that atmosphere. I want to see what the soundtrack is like. I want to see the sound design.
Call of Cthulhu, for example.
Call of Cthulhu.
And I think there's a movie.
Yeah, there is a movie. It's called Cthulhu from 2007. And
it's the one in black and white or something like that.
I'm not sure. Because I just found these things out. I had no idea that Lovecraft had been adapted to movies. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was. I was pretty sure it was, but I didn't know exactly. I wasn't sure.
They're all small movies.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like, and I'm going through these lists, and I'm like, I want to watch probably all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So let me talk about Reanimator.
A remake?
No, the 1985 movie.
Yeah.
Just this. Jeffrey comes.
Yeah, I know.
In Reanimator.
Jeffrey, you're always in my heart, and just in my heart. Keep your paws to yourself.
That's a movie like Necronomicon.
Yeah.
What?
Necromonicon.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Necronomicon.
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 Necronomicon. That's what I said.
Really?
That's what I said. Actually said. No, I know. I was just kidding.
Yeah, but
Man. Yeah, Necronomicon. Yeah, you know what Necronomicon is also a title of?
no.
The book in the title of the Devil's Book in
In a completely different
movie. Yeah,
yes,
The Ninth Gate.
Ninth Gate, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, with Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Yeah, and Frank Langella.
There was a scene or several scenes, I don't know, filmed here in Portugal, right?
Yeah,
In Sintra.
there were some of those scenes in the Ninth Gate were filmed in Sintra, an area just outside Lisbon, a beautiful area that's very known, very famous for its occult practices, ancient occult practices, and it has like what some of these practitioners call a very thriving, otherworldly energy.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, why they filmed it there, because they actually captured it pretty well in the movie. Anyway, Necronomicon. Okay, what have you heard of this one? Because we recently had, well, maybe at the end of last year, so we had an idea for a story that we're not going to disclose here, but here's the name of this movie, AM 1200. Do you know what I'm referencing here?
No.
We had an idea about radio waves.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it seems to touch upon the same kind of, I don't know, theme. So IMDb says it's a wonderful Lovecraft-inspired film, incredible building of a very dark, eerie atmosphere, not to mention the obvious Cthulhu mythos inspiration, terrific acting as well for a short film. Okay. Just so you know, there's an AM 1200 out there from 2008. Hey, it's been 11 years. Who cares? And it's a short film. Nobody reads those things. Because you read a short film. Anyway, there's another one in my list that I don't know why it's in my list. I watched this. No, I think it was just me. I watched this movie in a film festival here in Portugal, in Fantástico Porto. It's called Brutal Relax from 2010. One of my movies was there at this edition of the film festival, and I had to sit through this movie, which is, you know, it's supposed to be a comedy, horror, slasher, and it does provide all of those things. I thought it was just, I don't know.
but it has anything to do
It
with
has nothing to
Lovecraft?
do. It has nothing to do with Lovecraft.
So why the fuck are you
I don't know. It's in this list. It's called Lovecraftian movies, and I don't know why it's here. It's from 2010, same year as my short film was made, and we were both there. And I don't know. Short action comedy. It's not action.
No.
Well, it has action, but it's like, I don't know. It's basically this guy goes to the beach, he's enjoying the sun, and I don't know where these zombies start coming out of the water, and he starts killing all of them with his bare hands sometimes, and it's a lot of green goo flying around, and just the whole movie is this. There is nothing Lovecraftian about this movie, except maybe it's by the ocean. That's it, and I don't know why it's so. Steer clear. That's my anyway. Moving on. Any other movies that you found that I'm gonna like?
I don't know if you liked this one. I liked the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like the third act,
Which is?
Event Horizon.
You're right. It has Lovecraftian elements to it.
Lots of it. Eerie atmosphere.
Isolation.
Isolation. The cosmic, cosmic thing. I don't remember the name now.
The cosmic horror.
Yeah, the cosmic horror, and it's but the third act, no, it ruined, for me, it ruined the movie. It's a bit over the top with the action and yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. And again, it's another Lovecraftian movie with Sam Neill.
Sam Neill as well.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It's been a long time. I need to rewatch that. But I loved the horror scenes. I thought they were pretty well done. And one thing that I remember from that movie is there's a moment. Oh man, I have to rewatch it. But there's a scene when one of the characters peeks through a door or window, and they see people hurting themselves. And that was unforgettable. I thought if I think the most horrific thing I can imagine is someone hurting themselves really, really fucking bad, like irreversible shit, and they're happy about it. And the more they do it, the more they hurt, and the more they like it. I remember this one. I think this is the image from that movie that I remember the most. I'm not absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the one I'm imagining now, which is a man pulling out his own tongue. Yeah, I mean it's really out there, and it was really well done. And if you're gonna have a movie that touches on horrific gore, that's the worst thing. I mean, someone hurting themselves and liking it and wanting more. You know, that's really, and they do not shy away from how painful that experience is. So it's really well done. But I need to rewatch it. I can't remember the third act. Why did it ruin it for you?
It was coherent with cohesive and coherent with the rest of the movie.
Okay.
But the pace, no, and it turned. It was almost like an action movie in some things.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And the eerie stuff disappeared, and it was more horror sci-fi in the third act.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Your chair is a little squeaky.
But you know what? You were talking about people hurting themselves.
Yeah.
And yesterday I saw a movie called The Void.
Oh man, I keep forgetting to watch that movie. It's like from 2013 or something.
2016.
16? Really? That late?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Into the Void?
No. The Void.
Oh,
Into the Void is another thing.
Okay, so I was talking about Into the Void. Okay.
No, this one is the characters get trapped inside a hospital in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And they are surrounded by cloaked cult-like figures.
Mm.
And there are horrifying creatures out of nowhere, actually. And it takes us back to the 80s B movies. But I think it's a well-done movie. The ending is not for everyone. Okay.
Is it like an ending like The Haunting?
No. It's a completely.
It's all about the woman.
No. It's a completely different thing. But it takes us farther into this universe. Okay.
This weird universe.
Yeah, it has lots of cosmicism. That's the H.P. Lovecraft philosophy. Cosmicism.
Mm-hmm.
It's the end. It's not for everyone, okay? But I really enjoyed the movie, and they have really good practical effects.
Oh,
and for me, that's
that just tickles my love bone. I love practical effects. Yes, I'm going to be called from henceforth. I'm going to be Dr. Lovebone.
And the directing is it's cool. It's really well done. And actually, the
what about the actors?
The actors are believable, you know.
But are they like A-list actors?
No.
No. Okay.
It was an enjoyable experience.
All right.
Yeah, you should give it a try. It's not a perfect movie, but it has really strong Lovecraftian themes there.
There's so many not perfect movies that I love. So I was also looking at stories that I'd love to adapt, or at least I would love to see adapted. And I haven't read all of these, but I was just going on. I was doing this exercise. That is, if I saw a Lovecraftian poster for a movie with this title, I'm not even going to talk about the plot of the stories. God damn, that was hard. It was almost an aneurysm that I had there. I'm not going to talk about the synopsis or anything. Just the title. Just imagine a Lovecraftian poster with this title, and these are actual titles of his stories. So, The Statement of Randolph Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine something misty, something, and this other one I loved. Facts. I mean, this title would be adapted for movies, but look at this one. Facts concerning the late Arthur German and his family. The late being the stress there. Then you have The Outsider, which on itself, by itself, is just I would go watch the movie The Outsider with the Lovecraftian theme. And then Herbert West, Reanimator.
Yeah, Reanimator.
So this is just another one. Anyway, now this one is kind of on the nose, but it's still, when it says, if it has the Lovecraft stamp on it, I would watch it, which is The Whisperer in Darkness.
Yeah.
Okay. And then these last two, one of them we mentioned already, but I would love to watch this movie, The Shadow over Innsmouth. I mean, that's all you need. That's all you need. And then the last one that I really loved was The Haunter of the Dark.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of on the nose as well. But I don't know. It might mean Lovecraft the way... If you never read Lovecraft, please do. If you're a horror fan... If you're a fan of horror, Jesus, the fit has hit the shan with this one. Goddamn. if you're a fan of horror... Jesus Christ. If you're a fan of horror, just pick up a Lovecraft book, an actual Lovecraft book. I'm not dissing on people who followed in his footsteps, but I mean, he is the man. He was the man. You'll be thoroughly satisfied. Your horror bone, right beside a tickle bone and the love bone, will be satisfied. Sir, are you making fun of my accent? No, I'm just... Actually, he figured it out. Bastard. Okay.
Another one. Possession.
Possession. They made it into a movie. You're talking about movies.
No, I'm talking about...
Oh, you're sorry. Yeah. We were talking about...
I'm still talking about movies.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I actually watched that one. It's 2014, 15?
No, this actually is an older movie. I think it's with Sam Neill again.
No, sorry. Yeah, I'm mistaking it with the Possession of someone. I forget the whole title. And
that's a horror movie. That's not Lovecraftian. I think that's of Emily Rose. Is that the movie you're
No.
So
it's the Possession of the name of the guy.
No.
It's a guy.
Or it's only the Possession. It's with Anthony Hopkins.
No.
There's a lot of possession out there.
Yeah, there is. I wish there were more well-made possessions out there.
Yes.
But Anthony Hopkins, the one you're talking about, he plays an exorcist, right?
Yes.
Which I didn't really care for. But yeah, I'll look it up and I'll tell you in a minute.
I think this one is with Sam Neill. I saw the movie a long time ago. It has all of those themes like isolation, cosmicism. It involves the occult phenomena like astral possession, for example.
Astral projection?
No, possession.
Astral possession?
Exactly.
Okay.
And alien miscegenation,
Oh, I love me some alien miscegenation. Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah. That's where I usually get my happy endings from.
Okay.
They're pretty cheap. But anyway, you were saying about alien
No, and I think Sam Neill and the actress, they are perfect. They get into the insanity of all of it. Shit. In a way that you don't see that being well done nowadays.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah. Why is that?
There's a scene with the chair. It's incredible.
And by the way, I found the movie I was talking about. It's called The Possession of Michael King, and it is from 2014. So yay for me for my good memory. But I would say that this had tremendous potential, unfulfilled. And I can't tell you why it's unfulfilled, because it's just, watching the movie, I kind of realized what it is. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's currently standing at 5.7 on IMDb, which I disagree with. I would give it a little more. But it does fail. I don't know exactly why it is. I think it's just because the story is good, the effects are kind of cool. It shifts a little between a movie and found footage. Because he tries to film himself being possessed to prove to people that he is possessed, which is kind of cool. And he boards himself up in his own home. I mean, he's just being driven insane alone in his home, in his house. And so it's a cool movie. It had everything to work, but somehow it didn't. And I watched it a few years ago. I can't really pinpoint it right now. What went wrong there? But hey, if anybody out there watched The Possession of Michael King, this is from 2004, starring Shane Johnson and directed by David Young. Just remind me. Actually, do you think the film worked? or not? And please remind me, why do you think it worked and why do you think it didn't? Because I did feel like I was, I think it was something along the lines of I watched it and I didn't feel it was consequential. It was like,
okay.
I wouldn't say gratuitous because it wasn't gratuitous, but it was just maybe the story was too focused on himself, and the lack of interaction with the outside world made it something isolated. So when he dies, that demon really has no place to go, and so it ends there. Maybe that's the feeling I got. But it is a good movie, man. It's really well directed, and the main actor is, he's very capable. So I don't really know what they could have done differently. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, it's a good movie to watch. Not Lovecraft, but it's a good movie to watch. We're talking about possessions here. A lot of possessions. Any more Lovecraftian possessions?
No, I don't know, but I was going to talk about The Mist.
Oh, The Mist? Yeah.
The 2007 movie that a lot of people disliked or hated.
With Thomas Jane?
With Thomas Jane.
Yeah.
But for me, it's one of... Sorry about that, but for me, it's one of the best adaptations of...
a Lovecraftian themed...
Yes.
So
The Mist, based on a Stephen King's novel.
Yeah, by the same title, apparently.
Yeah. And it has all the elements of Lovecraft horror. The characters are stuck in a supermarket.
Yeah.
The other ones in the void are stuck in the hospital. The other ones in the things are stuck in the Arctic scientific.
It's a research center, and then you have the Event Horizon. They're stuck in a spaceship or a space station.
And here they have no power to change anything around
the outcome.
Them.
Yeah, it's survival then, right? It's just about survival.
And the thing that divided people more or most
about this movie,
it was the ending. Do you remember the ending?
No. I didn't watch the whole movie. I don't know why.
Okay, spoilers. But you didn't watch?
No, not the whole movie. I don't know why. I don't know.
So I'm not.
No, go ahead.
No. Because it's an ending that you're not expecting.
Okay, so don't tell me.
Yeah.
Be like that. Fuck off.
But the ending divides a lot of people. But it sums up the cosmic horror perfectly. You know? Yeah, it's a Lovecraft movie from beginning to end.
Yeah,
till the end, till the very end. It's not a happy ending at all.
You reminded me of something. Would you call 30 Days of Night a Lovecraftian themed horror movie?
In some ways, yes.
Yeah, I would too.
In some ways, obviously.
I don't think
not the vampire part.
Maybe.
Well, maybe yes,
because the vampires themselves are not like the classic vampire. They're like savage humans.
But I wouldn't call it Lovecraftian.
Yeah, a monster. The Lovecraftian monsters are very different from vampires.
Because of the vampires. But the thing of that's the movie where they are alone in the city in the town.
They're isolated in an Arctic town. Yes,
that's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie, man. I rewatched it recently, and
me too. Yeah.
It's a really good movie. The directing is flawless. It is flawless, and the pacing of the movie is great. See, here's a good way of making it personal. It's a good way of making something that's bigger than the main character's life, or even bigger than the main character himself. So the story, the plot is a lot bigger than that, but it was made personal by the main character. Yeah. He chose to go down that path. I'm not going to tell you which one because it's a recent movie from, it came out 20 years ago or something. No, but just watch it. I really don't want to spoil it, but the main character made it personal. It didn't feel like a cheap solution. It felt like a hard solution because you feel how hard it is for him to make that decision. Yeah. And I mean, it's just a great movie, and it slowly builds up. It takes its time, doesn't it? Yeah. It builds up from so some dogs died. So these things, the power went out in that part of town.
But you see in the beginning of the movie, the boat, right?
Yeah, the last boat,
and that's
going out, and you're like, okay, so
no, it's not.
Right. Yeah, the boat.
The old boat.
The old boat. Yeah, the shipwreck.
The shipwreck.
Yeah. And you see that guy walking. Yeah. Man, Ben Foster. What a great actor, man.
It is.
I love Ben Foster. Still on the 30 Days of Night thing. The first one was so well done. It deserved such a better sequel. Did you watch the sequel?
I didn't know that there was a sequel.
Yeah, good. Stay that way.
Really?
Yeah, really, just stay that way. It's so stupid. Really, just... There's only one 30 Days at Night, and it's the first one with Josh Hartnett, and that's it. Yeah. Leave it there. Okay. Right, but here's something that for all you Lovecraft fans out there, if you like Lovecraftian themed games, a quick search on a search engine. No, I'm not going to plug any search engines here because I use probably one different than you do. But just search for Lovecraftian themed games and you're going to find a lot of good ones. One of the games that I played and I absolutely loved was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. It's such a great... It's a great video game. It's very immersive. You basically play this psychic investigator that comes into a town in the middle of nowhere where he basically received a letter from this kid called Ethan Carter asking for help.
Yeah.
And he didn't hear from him ever again. So he decided to come in and investigate. And guess what? Everybody in town just vanished.
Oh.
And this guy is basically alone in a haunted town, and he has to figure out what happened. And there are absolutely no hints, but the atmosphere is there. It's all very eerie, and you have to puzzle things together. And the sights are very, it's just very eerie. It's off-putting. You know, like I don't want to go there, but I have to go there.
Try it. Yes.
Yeah. You try it. It's very easy on the graphics board, by the way.
Yeah.
It's really easy. It's not like a heavy game or anything. It has really beautiful designs, but it's not like a heavy action thing.
Okay.
No, it just has really good ambience and atmosphere.
Do you move around with the
Yeah, it's not point and click. It's you actually move around with the character.
So that's...
You see it from the perspective of the character. So you see from the character's eyes, not third person. And it's really cool, man. It's really cool. The things that you find and how you have to piece them together, it's really good. It's like we're very avid readers here. We love a good story, so hence what we do. So we like to be immersed in stories, and this is it's like diving into a novel. It's like diving into a Lovecraftian novel,
try it, yes.
and you tell the story where to go. It's really, really cool. So The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is definitely a game to look out for if you are a Lovecraftian horror fan like we are.
Yes.
All right, and on that note,
go see Audio Tales.
Yep.
And go listen to Audio Tales. If you love horror, Lovecraftian themed horror, and not only.
Yes, we explore a lot of different types of horror in Audio Tales, not just
sci-fi
horror, by
as
the way. Sci-fi as well, exactly. Yeah. And the next coming episodes are going to be very surprising indeed. So feel free to jump into that universe with us. Lend us your mind, like we say.
And do subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Pay a visit on Facebook, Instagram.
Yep.
And comment.
Yeah, just comment. Yeah, like or
dislike.
Just interact with us so we know what.
Show us you're there.
Yeah, show us you're there because we want to know how better we can do. How much better we can do things. We really have. We both have a lot of different jobs that we individually do, so this is like a passion for us, and we want to make this our full-time thing. So if you enjoy stories as much as we do, just let us know how we can improve, what you liked, what you didn't like, what kind of stories you would like to hear. Point us in the direction of good, cool Lovecraftian themed things, even music or short stories or video games or movies. We're all about that. We love sci-fi and horror, so just point us the right direction and we'll come back at you with something new and refreshing. And it's all original. Everything we do is original stories, original music, and we do the voice acting, we do everything. We do the video editing, sound design, we do everything ourselves. This is just two of us with a big passion, so help us out. Find us on Instagram, Facebook, and especially YouTube, and comment. Just send us an email, whatever you want. We'll be here waiting to hear from you.
Okay. So see you next week.
Yeah, next week at the same time, Thursdays a little before 8. We're still deciding on the best time, but it's a little before 8 GMT, so that's a different time from wherever you are in the world. Just pay attention, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you never miss out. And see you then.
See ya.
Hey, you bastard. Did you know we do a lot more than podcasts? What, you don't believe me? Check out these 2 videos. Still here, huh? Well, then I dare you to click that subscribe button. What are you, chicken? Do it! And hit that like button and the bell while you're at it. See you soon.